Yeah. What up? Y'all already know who it is. It's the man about town, Virgil Berry, aka Stacks with the Facts. And y'all are now tuned in to day 6 of the A Real Talk vlog storyline series, Breaking Bad Habits. Now, day 6 was supposed to be the day that we give towards showing y'all some actual research from an expert opinion on what we feel is contributing to us having this bad habit that we have. Me personally, I'm having this sleep deprivation thing that I'm pretty sure, like I always keep saying, a lot of y'all can probably relate to. So I'm Stacks with the Facts, so I gotta bring y'all the facts, and I'm going to let y'all walk with me. We're gonna look at some expert opinions, videos on the trusty old YouTube, and we're going to sit here and let them talk to you. So you ain't gonna believe what I'm saying. You hear what they're coming out the expert mouth. So I want y'all to take a walk with me, and we're gonna see what they got to say.
Here with disturbing news about our favorite gadgets, cell phones, tablets, Wi-Fi, etc. Putting it bluntly, they are damaging the living cells in our bodies and killing many of us prematurely. Before Edison's light bulb, there was very little electromagnetic radiation in our environment. The levels today are very many times higher than natural background levels and are growing rapidly because of all the new devices that emit this radiation. An example that a lot of us have in our pockets right now is the cell phone. One study shows that as cell phone usage has spread widely, the incidence of fatal brain cancer in younger people has more than tripled.
Now, it's only right that I share that information with y'all so y'all can see the effects that these frequencies through the devices and the new technology has having an effect on our entire body. So now y'all can see how these frequencies negatively affect us. So now let's dig a little deeper. We're gonna dig a little deeper, and we're gonna see how it affects the brain, because that's connected to our sleep. So let's get into that. We're gonna see how these frequencies affect the brain specifically. Let's go.
Cell phone radiation is trending on the heels of a new study in the Journal of the American Medical Association. Researchers found a 7% energy increase in brain tissue closest to the cell phone's antenna when subjects used a phone for 50 minutes. While that's several times less activity than visual brain regions show during an engaging movie, the study's co-author Dardo Tomasi says it's still unnatural. Nature didn't prepare our brains for this. Unlike previous studies that suggested a link between cell phone radiation and cancer, the new study doesn't conclude whether these effects are positive or negative. But it's the first to show that brain tissue is activated by exposure to cell phone radio frequencies.
So, y'all see how these frequencies affect the brain directly, right? So now, we got to get into how, when it comes to getting some sleep, you know what I mean, these frequencies can have a very strong impact on that as well. So let's get into it, and let's watch some more expert opinions on this situation. Walk with me.
And it's at night that we need it, because that's when we go to sleep and when our brain repairs the cells of our body. And that's when melatonin comes out to do its work.
Each day, our body loses about 500 million cells. And at night, that's when our body replaces those cells through a process called cell mitosis.
Right, well, the Battelle Institute in America has done a lot of work on this way back from the late 1970s, in fact. And their scientists there, Barry Wilson and Dick Stevens and people like that, started thinking that because we know that if you turn the light on, then the brain stops making melatonin, they thought, well, maybe our brains can't distinguish between electric fields and that we make ourselves artificially, and the natural light that we all know happens during the daytime, because we just don't make melatonin in the daytime, for very good biological reasons. So they thought, well, maybe these electric fields are suppressing the synthesis of melatonin, and that in turn is leading to cancer, breast cancer particularly, in women, because they don't have the immunological protection that they would otherwise have.
the brain interprets radio waves as being light waves.
Yeah, we don't know the difference.
So, as y'all can see, the electromagnetic frequencies through the Wi-Fi and all the electrical wiring in our houses, business, homes, cars, whatever you want to call them, we're all being affected by these frequencies. They have an effect on the production of melatonin in the brain, which is the neurotransmitter or chemical that our brain produces to help us sleep at night, rejuvenate our body, and help us fight off things that can become cancerous to us. So, you know, of course, my contribution to what I'm doing with the sleep deprivation and insomnia, with my drinking and my staying up late and hanging out with the homies, that's kind of minuscule in comparison to the effect of the EMF waves on me. So, you know, this is something we're going to continue to get with on AYE Real Talk Podcast. Make sure y'all go like, subscribe, share, comment, you know what I'm saying? And let me know what y'all think. Hey.